Hi everyone. You know, one of the most challenging passages in the scriptures is Luke 14:25, where Jesus says, if you want to be my disciple, you must hate your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. You must be prepared to lose your entire life. Not only that, you must be prepared to lose all your possessions and come and follow me. He talks about what's the point of going to war and not counting the cost. And these are red letters. These are prophetic words that have so much power and life behind them if we will allow them to enter into our hearts and not reject them. You know, it's a pretty tall order to not love another more than you love him, and to be prepared to surrender all that you have and all that you are to come and follow him. You know, I think in the past, some people have taken those words literally and sold all things that they have, only to find that this following him didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out. Because ultimately, Jesus is talking about a heart position. Yes, there'll be things that he might call you to. Yes, there'll be things that he calls you to leave behind. But ultimately, if you haven't given him your entire heart, those things will hold you back from coming into the fullness of life of discipleship that Jesus promises us. You know, this is a high calling. This is a high order. And it requires that we have given and surrendered our entire lives to him. We give him our entire hearts. You know, 99% isn't enough, because that 1% will keep you out. And I wonder if we have our version of discipleship or his version of discipleship. Do we really want to become the disciples that Jesus said that we could be? Do we really want to become the disciples that he's looking for? Disciples that are wholeheartedly abandoned to him and the call of his Father. This is the challenge I see for the church today. So many of us look for comfort. We want our comfort. We want these easy lives. We look for happiness. We look for the feel-good factor. And yet, these things aren't really part of following Jesus at all. He promises us joy. He promises us a hope. He promises us an eternal life. But he never said you wouldn't have trials and tribulations. And so following Jesus is a high call. It's a challenging call. But it's the most rewarding call that we can do and find and be in. So I pray this encourages you to be his and be all that he has called you to be, a disciple of Jesus Christ.